Good morning. Ikechukwu here. Today is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. As you can see, the market is just yet to open. I typically like to take my trades after market open. So, but I'm just kind of prepping, watching what the price action is doing, just to kind of get ready there, see what price action is doing. Yeah, really, there's not much going on. Well, I mean, there's actually much going on. If you take a look at the daily chart, which is what I'm looking at, first of all, you can see yesterday was this day. Yesterday, I had a loss in the market because I thought that yesterday would have been a bearish day, right? But it sort of flipped bullish, and once I realized that, I took a loss and couldn't enter on the trade the whole day because I didn't get the setup that I was looking for. So still, I wasn't, even yesterday I was a little bit cautious, simply because it wasn't quite clear to me yesterday, right? So but today kind of makes it a little bit clear to me. So today it tells me that the market is bullish, right? So the market is quite bullish, and today I'm expecting today to be a green day, right? So I expect today to be a green day, but doesn't mean that it cannot flip. It could flip, right? So because all this is just bearish action, all this right here is just bearish, but today could be the day that the market gets out of that bearish activity. So it's all left to be seen. It's all left to be seen. But I guess I could say that whatever happens today or by the end of this week determines if the trend determines the direction of the trend. So if by the end of this week, price comes all the way here, then at least you can know that the whole bearish thesis, it's all over, right? So, but if price by the end of this week, if price stays down below this level here, then I know that price is still weak, right? So the price action is still weak, and then I would be sure about that. But with that being said, I've already done my analysis here. I've done my analysis based on the Elliott wave theory. I've done that. Done my analysis based on that. If you look at SPX, you can see that there. Right. So it's what I'm looking to see. But it's not looking quite clear like that, right? So it's all have to be seen. All the waiting and waiting to see what happens. But today, my thesis is that the market, the trend will be up. That is my thesis. That is what I'm looking to see, right? So on the economic calendar, so look at Forex Factory here. So we'll see what's going on there with Forex Factory. There's not quite a lot going on. I mean, like today is Wednesday. There's no actual important news. There's no important news here today, right? So tomorrow there's gonna be unemployment claims tomorrow, and Friday there's gonna be core PPI. So PPI. So that's just pretty much all about it, right? So there's not much. I'm gonna be waiting for I'm gonna be waiting for the market to open to kind of see what happens there. My bias is to the upside. That is what I'm looking at. But also, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. I may flip to the 4 hour chart also, just to kind of see what's going on down there, right? So, um, yeah. So wait till the market opens up there, see what happens. I mean, looking at this, there could still be trade taken here, but I probably wouldn't want to do that because taking trades right before the market opens is quite risky. It could be quite risky if you think about it, because this here today on this day right here, I traded this market, right, and I was in before the market opens, and you can see what happened. So that's quite a lot of quite a lot of risk to be putting, to be doing that, right? So not I'm um, not precisely interested in that for sure. All right, so the market just opened up there now. This is interesting, beautiful. I want to see price continuation. This is a 4 hour chart, right? So it's continuing there. I'm gonna flip over to my MT5 because I'm gonna be trading my MT5. Where is it? Yeah, and this is moving pretty fast. It's moving pretty fast. Yeah, it's moving way pretty fast. Okay, that's fine. I think I noticed that one of the issues that I've been having is uh, is that I used to rush trades, and doing that, rushing trades is not really good, because, for example, yesterday I was in too early, right? So just because of that fact that I was in too early, right? So I kind of missed a very beautiful, profitable, what would have been what could have been a profitable trade for me. I missed that just simply because I rushed in too early. Yes, granted, yesterday was a difficult day in that sense that you couldn't see the flip of that trend. Yes, that is true. But uh, assuming that I had been patient, assuming that I had waited, it would have been much more better for me, right? So it would have been much, I would have, I would pretty much have made profit, not a loss. I would have made profit. So the loss would have been totally avoidable, right? So, but because that I couldn't be patient, right? So that is, I would say, the reason why I did not, uh, the reason why I did not make, a good profit as I should have made, right? So, but again, I realized that you cannot always win every day, right? So there has to be at some point there has to be loss at some point. So you cannot always win every day, right? So that is that. So I'm thinking what I'm thinking now is I'm looking at the 15 minutes chart, also looking at the 1 hour chart. Uh, this is to me already. There still might be a trade on this, but uh, it is quite in a place or in a trend that I'm not really comfortable, right? So, uh, well, this is what I mean. From the week, from the low of the week to the high of the week, here it's almost pretty much close to the range that a weekly range would make, right? So it's right now it's 112 points, right? So that is quite high. That's already up to the top range for the week, right? So that is my I'm a little bit hesitant, right? So trying not to rush this trade. Uh, but let me just even do this actually. This is the 15 minutes. This so I don't know. Let's see. I want to be more cautious on this. I mean, I want to be more cautious. I want to trade. Uh, I want to be more cautious. So on the 15 minutes, I want to see this candle close, and I want to see this 15-minute candle close green, and I may also want to see the next 15 minutes candle also to close. I may also want to see the next 15 minutes candle to start up green. Then I would absolutely buy by going one contract uh, until I can see, kind of until I can be sure what is going on before I can actually add a second contract. Just because the level that this market is right now, I'm not very comfortable with it, right? So, especially since I've been, whipped around with the price, like, look at this, I wasn't this, right? So I don't want to be on that no more. I want to be, I don't want to be like, faked out. I wasn't this also. I don't want to be faked out, right? So actually, I wasn't this, not this. So, um, so I don't want to be faked out often, right? So we'll wait. I want to see this candle close green, and I want to see the next candle start. The next candle should after the next candle after this candle should stay green. If it does not stay green, I would not be entering a trade. I want to see it stay green. All right, so it's pumping up there, it's pushing up there. All right, it's pushing, still pushing up. Yeah, I would say most of most trading that you would do would be like there has to be patience in it, right? So patience is a very big factor. I would say it is a very quite a very big factor trading. All right, so I'm just still dialing down there, trying to understand what is going on. Um, that is this one is the this one is the hourly information overload. So again, I mean, I'm looking at longs, not a short. So looking at longs, the only issue that I have with this trade today is that again the range is already too high, right? So that is the only issue that I have with this trade. But doesn't mean that it cannot go long. It can absolutely go higher. Absolutely, it can absolutely go higher. Absolutely can do that, right? So, um, all right. Well, let's do this 15 minutes candle. Let's wait for it to close first. Okay. So if this 15 minutes candle closes green, then I'm going long. Um, I'm going long, but then where would my stop loss be? What would my stop loss be? That was a good question. My stop loss would probably be around here, that low there. If this flips red, then yikes, I have to get out then. Um, which is like not too bad. It's like literally it's like 17 points, so that's not too bad. That's actually good. But before I can get in, this 15 minutes on the 15 minutes has to close green, and hopefully the next one should start making for green also, right? So I'll wait for that next one to start, and then kind of watch what it does, right? So it's all about timing, and timing is not quite honestly, it's not quite easy, right? So most of the time you won't get it right, like, but it just has to be close, right? So it has to be by waiting for this 15 minutes to close green, or waiting for the 15 minutes to close, then it signals to me that okay, you know the interest is there for the chart, or the chart signals that it might continue going green, right? So that's that. All right, so we're still waiting. Uh, Now, if it closes red, then I'm not gonna, like, I'm just gonna wait, right? I'm just gonna watch what happens, right? So because I don't want to see red, I want to see green. So if it closes red, then I may be cautious, right? So because I don't want to be. Uh, it means that it's not doing what I want it to be doing, right? So I should not be getting in there, right? So I mean, one thing that I can and one thing that I can notice here is that if you look at yesterday, what happened yesterday at market open, it was pretty volatile, right? So today is not so much volatile, and I mean that makes sense because the market is now near the range. It's now near the range. It's now near the weekly range, and today is Wednesday, and it's already near the weekly range. So if it's near the weekly range, sure, it could go a little bit higher than that, but once the weekly range has been achieved, the only thing that he could do is to pretty much like reverse, retrace, right? So it cannot go, it cannot keep on going up forever, right? So that's the point I'm trying to make, right? So all right, so this candle is about to close 1 minute before it closes. My entry could be here. Where this candle close first. I want to see the next candle, the next 15 minutes candle, and I want to see that start. Then I can decide what I'm gonna do with that. So today I think I kind of understand that today would not be like yesterday, right? So uh, it would not be like yesterday. Yesterday was quite beautiful, right? Today would not be like yesterday. I totally understand that. Um, all right, so this candle has closed. I want to see this one start. So it's going green. It's going green. I want to kind of see it go there. It's still going green. Still going green. But you can see, look at the way it is weak. Look at the way it is weak. I think I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this retraces, but if it does that, then my stop would be down over here, right? So I think this is not a bad entry. I actually do like it, but then again, you know, it's not really the best entry, right? Because this market could retrace. It's pretty much at the top of the range, right? So anyway, let's see what happens there. I'm already in. I'm already in here. I'm already in longs. So what I'm worried about now. Normally, if this was an A plus setup, I would be going with two contracts, right? But just one contract for now. What I'm worried about now is my stop loss. Where would that stop loss be? Well, my stop loss will be right over here on this hourly candle, right? So that is where my stop loss will be. Um, the reason why I'm just in on one contract is because I don't like this market is already too high. Like it's too high for me. I don't like it, right? So the range is already too high. That's which is what I don't like. Uh, right. So That's that. Um, I could still add in more contracts, but I'm not gonna do that here. Even though I'm tempted to do that here. Actually, I mean, why not? Right? Why not? That's what I'm thinking now. Why not? Well, why not? Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna wait. I want to see this hour candle close green first of all, and even if it closes green, then I want to see on the 15 minutes. I want to see some retracement, and then it's a clear signal of continuation to the upside before I can add in more contracts. Right. So it's going up. That's totally fine. That's beautiful. It's going up. Let's see what happens. So I'm always having risk in mind, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm always having risk in mind. Uh, this is not it's not I have very low confidence in this trade. That's why I'm going with one contract. If I had a huge confidence in this trade, I would be going with more contracts, right? So and there's so many signs telling me that this is not a it's not an A plus setup. The way it's moving is moving slow, really slow, right? So that volatility is dead. That's another reason why that it tells me again. Oh, there you go. This is something to keep in mind, right? So that's that. All right. So let this trade play out. Good. So what is it doing? Still weak. A little bit weak there. All right. While the chart is doing taking its time to kind of familiarize what it's doing. Yeah, I'm not gonna add in any more contracts here. Not definitely not at this level. I want to see more productivity before I can add in. I think it might actually, kind of come down. If not, that's quite possible. It might kind of, retrace. Um, Maybe it may not do that. 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 Right? So, because I'm thinking it might come down here, but maybe it may not do that because, like this opening is different from this opening yesterday, right? So with this opening, the market has already it's pretty slow, steady, right? Whereas this opening, it was very volatile, right? And yeah, okay, so maybe it may not do that. So I think I'm liking what I'm seeing. Um, but should I be getting in a second contract here? No, I should not be doing that. Um, so I wouldn't do that, but I want to see this candle 1 hour candle close. If this 1 hour candle closes, then I would then that I would decide to add my second contract, right? So for me, it's all about discipline, anyways. It's all about discipline, uh, making a plan and sticking to your plan, right? So that's what it is for me. Yeah. All right. So it's pulling back now, a little bit, pulling back a little bit, right? So okay. I think I like the fact that this is not going crazy like yesterday. The volatility is not too crazy, right? So I think I like that fact. Um, yeah, the reason I say that is because I'm more comfortable getting in more contracts today than I was yesterday, right? So um, that's that. So I want to see this 1 hour candle close before I can add a second contract. Yeah, I love how slow it is moving. I love how slow it is moving compared to yesterday. So I don't know if I'm not sure if this might be the end today. Well, I'm not sure if today marks the end of the volatility or the volatile period in this chart. I don't know, but I mean, if it does, I'm kind of getting sick of the volatility, getting really sick of it, getting really sick of it, especially with the losses that I've had with it. I'm getting really sick of it. Typically, things that would not be a loss, I go ahead to lose it because of the volatility, right? And trades that I would normally take, I don't take it because of what? Because of the volatility, right? So I'm kind of getting sick of it. So it's pushing down there. It's pushing down. So right, this is why I said, I don't want to add more risk. I don't want to add more risk. I want to see this candle, this 1 hour candle close. First of all, close green, and then the next 1 hour candle, I want to see that start up and preferably be going up to the upside. But I want to see some things in the 50 minutes candle before I can actually decide if I want to add in more contract. But today, to me, it looks like this is gonna be a bullish day, so I want to take advantage of it. It's 3 minutes before this candle closes. All right, so it's 2 minutes before the candle closes. All right, so that candle has just closed, and I'm thinking about going in on this going in long again. I'm really thinking about it. I'm thinking about adding to my position here. I like what I'm seeing, but I want to see signs first. I want to see signs of continuation with this 1 hour candle. I want to see signs of continuation first. So that means, even if that means just waiting for 15 minutes to see what that candle does, right? So waiting for 15 minutes. Waiting for an extra 15 minutes just to kind of see what happens there, right? So and my stop loss still remains just down over the head. That's like, at least that's really clear to me, where my risk is, right? So if it starts to fall apart, then I know, then I would be a little bit cautious. I will be a little bit cautious, right? So even though this whole chart screams bullishness, it screams bullish, it screams, that's what it screams, right? So that's what it tells me: bullish, 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 right? So you can see this, the sign of going red. So why would I get in now. No, I just wait. So I at least wait for the for the next 15 minutes candle. So I'll wait for that to actually close, see what happens there, right? So I think for me, like what I'm seeing is just how slow this whole price activity is. So now it's kind of falling down now, right? So you can see that on the even on the 1 hour you can see it on the 1 hour, on the 15 minutes you can actually see it. Uh, so now it means I have to wait. I can't add any more contract. I have to wait, right? I have to wait to see what happens. Man, this is crazy. compare compare the movement of the market yesterday with yesterday. That is so ridiculous, man. Yesterday was crazy. By this time yesterday, the market has already gone 57 points, right? So I don't know. I hope today is the end of the volatile period because I'm kind of sick of that volatility. I have not taken advantage of it. All right, so it's all just a waiting game. It's coming down lower, so wait. It's all a waiting game now. Really, that's what it is. Yeah, yesterday, oh man, this past few weeks have been crazy. The volatility has just been, to me, very sad. I would say. Okay, so it's moving down. It's not moving up. So it's moving down. It's not moving up. As you can see, it's moving down, not up. Um, even Nasdaq is doing something crazy. Like Nasdaq pushed up really, 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 really good. Like the push up in Nasdaq is really good. SPX has done nothing. Nasdaq has pushed up from 9:30 to 9:45, or actually to 10 o'clock, 0.82%, right? Whereas SPX has only pushed up 0.28%. So you can see, right? So you can see there's more strength in the Nasdaq than there is in the SPX, right? So, but that's what it is. And now SPX is kind of pushing down, right? So, all right. So it's all a waiting game. My stop loss would normally be down over here, but I think I can probably risk more. I can tolerate more risk just because uh, I cannot believe or trust that the trend will be up. So I can sort of manage that, so that risk my stop loss is not set in stone. So it's not necessarily gonna be down over here as now. It's no, it wouldn't be that. No, I can absolutely tolerate more loss. I just want to see, if I see a very clear clear, like on the lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame, a very clear violation of the trend, then I'll be getting out. But what I see so far is just, I see an uptrend. That's what I see so far, right? So and again, this is the reason why I said I just wanted to go in one contract, just because of this, right? So just because of this, just because I know that there has to be some sort of reversal, or maybe some, like it's a tiny change of trend. Still going down. I want to see that 15 minutes kind of close there. Still going down. Yeah, this might be a long day because this is not looking like typically what I would expect to be. Might could be a long day, honestly. I mean, it's slow, 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 but it's not what I was expecting. But
there are some things that are serious.
all right, this is not what I want to be see. What I want to see on this chat, but let's just wait. It's not what I want to see. It's not what I want to see, honestly. I mean, the 1 hour is so the 1 hour is looking like is. I'd like to see it continue going on, but this is still. I mean, this hasn't yet closed. This is still the 1 hour, and this is like 10:17 so far, 10:17 a.m. so far. So hasn't yet closed, but you know, Yeah, I'm not liking. I'm not really liking this. Like I'm not liking this. Yesterday was very volatile, and today is so slow that it kind of bores you out of your mind. I'm not really liking it. You know, what I may do today is if it goes this slow, because I'm willing to kind of close the chat. I don't want to like kind of sit here and watch the chat all day. Because I'm bound to make mistakes if I kind of sit on this chat and watch this slow thing go moving all day. So I rather put out the trade, put a stop loss, and just kind of leave it to do its thing, right? So I mean, I'm not really liking the slow movements. I'm not really liking it at all. I'm not liking it. Whew. Yeah, it's almost 10:30, and this is what is doing so far. Whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be a long hold. I think it's gonna be that for sure. this is so slow today. Wow. This is so slow today. It's a slow day. Yeah. Um, on a day like this today, I'll probably close the chat and kind of move on. Just because of how slow it is. It's actually very slow, really really slow. But kind of want to double down. Want to double down there. So, but on the 15 minutes, I want to see this candle close, and hopefully want to see the other one candle too. Then I'll probably think about adding one more contract there. But I don't think I want to add any more contracts at this level. I rather see price move up and down, like see price kind of beat out of this range before I can add anything. But I mean, like I think it's gonna be a long day. Well, first of all, I want to see this on 15 minutes. I want to see it close. If it closes, then I may add a second contract, and that might just be two contracts. So for now, just don't want to risk it. Um, but I rather before I add a second contract, I rather see this move. I rather see I rather see the 1 hour candle kind of close before I cannot do that. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm liking this now. Um, I kind of want to add in more here on the 15 minutes chart. I'm liking it, so I want to add in more, but I like to see this candle close first of all. So 2 minutes. If I add in one more, then that contract has to have a stop loss of down over here, right? Just because it's quite a risky trade, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, right? So um, I just want to calculate how much that loss stop would be. Stop would be about 14 points. It's actually not too bad. So I want to see that candle close. Yeah, this is way too slow. This is way too slow. Too slow. It's way too slow. Okay, so that candle has just closed. Um, has just closed. Has just closed. I kind of want to get in more, but but I want to see it kind of move up, but it's moving down. So first of all, I gotta wait until it starts moving up. Yeah, this is ridiculous, man. Yesterday was just crazy movement, and now you get this. This is annoying at best. This is very annoying. Very annoying. All right, I may add in one there. Yeah, all right, I may add in one more here. But I don't usually like to add my I want to get one going. I don't usually like to add like trade trades like side by side. I want to see one being profit by a lot, right? So that's the way that I normally like to do it. But right now, I'm adding these two contracts side by side. I don't like that, but let's see what happens. And I gotta say though, on the 1 hour candle, if this candle closes green and it hasn't achieved a lot by then, I'm gonna have to take out one contract. I'm gonna have to take out just one contract, just because this is not an ideal trading day, right? So it's not ideal. Um, it's slow. It's not doing what it should be doing, and I rather not risk so much, right? So um, but on the other hand, if this hourly candle closes red, then I may still hold it. May still hold it, but like very, I'm not very confident. I'm not very comfortable with this trade. That's all, right? It's slow, but let's see what happens, right? Okay, so I'm not liking this. I want to take out one contract. I want to can I kick it out there because I'm not liking any of this stuff. Um, right? Because I mean, if it starts to go wrong, I can handle just holding one contract. But if it starts to go wrong, I cannot handle holding two contracts, right? So I have to kick out one contract. That the account cannot handle that, right? So on the 1 hour, you can see it's kind of beginning to fall apart. Um, and that's another reason why I don't like buying contracts side by side. As you can see, I bought this two contracts pretty much side by side. There's no, um, it doesn't give me that peace of mind that I like to have, right? So yeah, so I mean, one has to go. One contract has to go. Yeah, one has to go. I can hold the other one, but one has to go. Um, and this is what I don't like about this trade. This is what I don't like about this trade. But, I mean, look at how slow it is. Yeah, I'm gonna kick out one. I don't care. One has to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing this the whole day. Like this is crazy. There's nothing going on in this. There's nothing happening here. You know. So I mean, just keeping risk in mind, one has to go. I have to kick out one contract, right? So even it's looking bearish on the chat. So yeah, one has to go. One has to go. Yeah, one contract has to go. I can add it back later on, but one has to go. One I have to kick out one contract. Whew, what a day. So all that was just basically noise, just to kind of get me out of that trade. Man, but on the good side, we'll figure out. My next entry, if I'm gonna enter this trade, will be to wait for the 1 hour candle to close. And if it closes, though, I'll gotta be still cautious, anyways, because none of this is making any sense to me anymore. And it's just not, it's just. Whew, man. Yeah, crazy. Well, also it's the close of the month. Also, today is February 25th, right? So it's 2 more days before the month closes, and you know it's gonna be an interesting 2 days, right? So um, it's looking like the month might actually close green, but I don't know that. I really don't know that. Well, I'm gonna take a look. Interesting. Hmm. So let's do that here. 7. So 35. Yeah, this is this is not what I want to be seeing in this chat. So I'm thinking about also getting out. But let me just wait. I'll wait till at least 12. And if I don't see what I want to see, then I'll be closing the trade and be done for today. This is not what I want to see. This is not what I want to see on this chart. It's not doing what I want to see. So even me being on this trade is just pretty much risk right now. That's what it is. It's just useless risk. What is this? Like, I mean, look at this. What is this? What is this? Oh my god, this is so annoying. It's so sad to watch this. What is this? Oh my god. Whew. I mean, on the good side, that candle is just about to close. The 1 hour candle is about to close. So I think this is even a risky trade because, I mean, it's risky in the sense that none of the things that I want to happen is happening, right? So, God. Okay, all right. This candle has just closed on the 1 hour, so I wonder what the next candle would be. Still gotta wait. I feel like going in long, but um, man, today sucks. Honestly, it sucks. It does sucks. Yeah, I'm probably okay just trading one contract. It's not moving as fast as I want it to be moving, right? So it's okay. It's going up. I may add one contract, but yeah, this is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. This is I hate this so much. I hate it. Yeah, if I'm gonna get in, then I want to see that candle close green, the 50 minutes candle close green, right? So I don't even know if I should be getting in, honestly, because today is just not. It's not a day that I want to be trading, right? So it's not. I mean, look at what's going on in the chat, right? So it's not. I don't want to be risking anything on this on a day like this, right? looks like it's going up now. this is gonna be probably a long trade. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna have to end the stream there here. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking. It's gonna be a lot. You know, I'm gonna be holding this for a long time. I think. If I have to get out, then I have to get out. Also, right? So. Yeah, it's gonna be a long trade. It's gonna be a long hold. It's coming down in the 15 minutes chart. It's kind of coming down there. Well, we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be a long hold. Okay, I'm gonna hold this for the rest of the day just to kind of see what happens there. But I have to end the stream because I have to kind of get on with something else. All right, back again tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be good. Tomorrow and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday will probably be good. So let's just watch and see. All right, Ike Chukwugwede here signing off for today. Catch you again tomorrow.